Vivo Y52 5G Review. The Vivo Y52 5G offers a nice design, lasting battery life, and 5G compatibility, but it's nothing special when compared to other budget phones like the Poco X3 NFC or Realme 8 5G. Therefore, if 5G isn't essential, you'd be better off with the Poco X3 NFC, and if it is, then the Realme 8 5G would be a better choice. Vivo has designed some of the most stylish phones in recent years, though mostly at the higher end of the market. Devices like the Vivo X60 Pro have a sleek and industrial look that other more well-known competitors could learn from. In line with its price range, the Vivo Y52 5G has a somewhat pedestrian look. It could have been for many of the three brands under its parent company Realme, Oppo, or Vivo, so this isn't surprising. The size of the device is average. It measures 164 by 75.3 by 8.5 mm and weighs 193 grams, making it easy to handle like the other options, though not exactly small either. The Y52 5G is made of plastic, but its exterior has precise tolerances, and there are no creaks at all. This price point provides you with a satisfactory product. The thoughtful design features of this device truly stand out. We appreciate the positioning of the power and volume keys within a recessed portion of the right edge and the widened shape of that edge. The power button, which has a fingerprint sensor and is conveniently sizable and flat for ease of use, functions perfectly. An interesting feature of this device is the curved edges, with a 3.5 mm jack, mono speaker, and USB-C port located on the bottom edge. The Vivo Y52 5G's display is a major disappointment, due to its lack of a quality LCD panel and a low 60Hz refresh rate. This is an unfortunate circumstance, as with phones in the same price range, it's often expected to have either an AMOLED panel or a higher refresh rate. Without such features, the experience of using this particular device is disappointing. The 6.58-inch display has a 1080 by 2408 Full HD++ resolution that's bright and accurate in color reproduction, but it won't provide an exceptional viewing experience for video content. A teardrop notch makes the Vivo Y52 5G feel a bit dated compared to other phones, such as the Poco X3 NFC and the Realme 8 5G, which have more modern-looking punch-hole displays. The Vivo Y52 5G's camera specifications are a bit of a letdown. It has a 48MP wide sensor and an f/1.8 aperture, which is decent, but its lack of a dedicated ultra-wide lens is certainly disappointing. At this price, the Realme 8 5G offers a similar option, and yet the Poco X3 NFC provides a dedicated ultra-wide lens. It's not surprising that no telephoto lens was featured here, as this often comes at the cost of compromising on zoom capability in order to reduce manufacturing costs. Without the 2MP macro and depth sensors, the Vivo Y52 5G is no different from other budget phones. Useless spec padding is common with these types of devices, so criticism would be unwarranted. Even with just the 48MP main sensor, photos will be great quality as long as there is ample light. However, when taking shots with other settings than just a standard 1x point and shoot shot in good lighting, the quality of the image obviously decreases. The 2x zoom mode simply crops out parts of the original image, which means images lack detail but at least have a consistent tone. When the light fades, a night mode is available here, but with a small sensor and no optical image stabilization, shots tend to become blurry and grainy. The 8MP selfie camera is generally lacking, producing skin tones that appear washed out and producing noticeable grain in sky backgrounds. The presence of those drawbacks is to be expected in a budget phone and is par for the course. Unfortunately, Vivo's camera technology has not been implemented in its budget devices. The Vivo Y52 5G is powered by the MediaTek MT6833 Dimensity 700 5G chipset made with a 7nm process, which is also found in the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 5G and the Realme 8 5G. Accompanying the Redmi Note 10 5G is only 4GB of RAM, the least suggested amount for an Android phone. The Vivo Y52 5G's processor competency is moderate when compared to its two budget opponents, however, its GPU performance is somewhat weaker. Nevertheless, the advantage of using this phone is that its display utilizes a 60Hz refresh rate instead of the 90Hz screens used by the other handsets. The Y52 5G is great for web browsing and messaging but does not have the capability to provide an optimal gaming experience. The Vivo Y52 5G has a good amount of battery life, thanks to its 5000 mAh cell that's on par with the Redmi Note 10 5G and the Realme 8 5G, though it slightly falls short of the Poco X3 NFC's 5160 mAh. The Vivo Y52 5G doesn't require as much power as phones with 91/120ths of a Hz display since it doesn't have one. Without a doubt, the phone can last a long time. After 24 hours of normal use and 4 hours of screen time containing lots of web browsing, news app usage, Nest app usage, and messaging on WhatsApp, we still had around 65% battery life left.